Good morning, fellow comrade, fellow friends, fellow brothers, fellow sisters. And my name is Funton Daniel. I want to take a moment to talk about the squabble or disarray that is going on within the Ambazonian defense system, and most especially in Gokutunja. It is very, very important, that we resist from politics when it comes to defense system. I know we have what I call on-the-job experience in the Ambazonian War of Independence. Some people are not aware of what is a war. And some people have studied in school, some people have not. Some people understand the fact between defense system. In our African context, we tend to use politics involved in every aspect of our society. But whereas when we look at in advanced nations, the Defense Department and the Police Department are exceptionally prohibited from politics. And here in the United States, Defense Department officials are prohibited in politics, and they have to have a length of time after they exit from their defense or military, whatever positions, they can stay within a certain period before they pre-qualify to engage in politics, and that has been more effective and efficient. But we tend to neglect these key fundamental issues when it comes to fighting for the defense of our homeland. Ambazonian was never a conquer or a colonial territory of La République du Cameroon. And yet we find ourselves in the midst of atrocity from a foreign nations that control the people of Southern Cameroon. Each time when I raise my voice, I always refer to the United Nations Resolution 1514 XV and the United Nations Resolution 1608 XV. When La République gained their independence in 1960, the people of Southern Cameroon were not part of La République. When the people of Southern Cameroon gained their independence in 1961, La République was not part of the Southern Cameroon. The United Nations Resolution 1608 XV, paragraph 5, explicitly says the government of the people of Southern Cameroon should initiate an urgent discussion with the government of La République du Cameroon. As of this moment that I am speaking, there have not been any official exploratory or negotiations or discussion between the people of Southern Cameroon and La République du Cameroon. La République du Cameroon has deviated from these negotiations and trying to use scrupulous means and trying to every means in its step of the way to downgrade until finally the people of Southern Cameroon has become a province in a foreign country, La République du Cameroon. In 2016, the people of Southern Cameroon gave their last straw, say enough is enough. And they have been fighting relentlessly to achieve just this goal, a sovereign state of Southern Cameroon. Many citizens of Southern Cameroon have dedicated their time, spirit, power, lives just to do just that. But however, some of us, are widely displayed outside as using politics and cause collusion between these dedicated men and women of Southern Cameroon that have sacrificed their lives to the defense of the homeland, the Southern Cameroon territory. It is quite amazing when I listen and I'm wondering, who are we? Why do we use ourselves to manipulate in order to gain favor? And when the most amazing part of this discussion, most specifically to Ngogotinjia and elsewhere in Southern Cameroon territory, I tend not to detect on Ambazonian defense system on what they shouldn't do, because they are physically on the ground, seeing the nature that they are fighting fighting against the neighboring country, La Republique du Cameroon. They make judgment based on the specificity and the mood and the clearance in which they are able to carry action. I do everything to support them, but I do not detect unto them what they can and cannot do, because they are in a physical environment seeing the crisis and know when to approach and when not to approach. Because when you live in a distant place and you don't see exactly what is going on, you turn to detect and you turn to pinch some of the soldiers that they may disagree with you. Of course, if you happen to have a leadership, you must be able to understand that not everything that you say that your soldier must agree with you. There are points where they may disagree with you, and when they disagree with you on the formalities, it doesn't mean that you take them as an enemy by instigating others to turn against that particular individual or member of the Ambazonian defense system because they oppose to your policy. And by so doing, you take them fighting against one another. And in the end, the casualty belongs to all of us, because any one Ambazonian soldier that you eliminate, you reduce the war by 25%. Any soldier of Southern Cameroon that you initiated either one way or the other to ask them to kill one of his patriots, you are deliberately, indirectly reducing the war by 25%. And each time one Ambazonian soldier is killed or is facing a disgruntledness. So therefore, it is your duty to support them, give them the courage, but you don't initiate them to fight among themselves, to kill each other. By doing so, you are more of an enemy than they themselves fighting among themselves. They are trained to protect the territory in which we all envisage that we will one day belong. This is a hypocrisy of the world community that we love, but unfortunately, they turn to ignore the true fact, even though the evidence are on their contrary, and yet they do not want to face the reality. And that is one of the things that I spoke on my social media. I talk about the United Nations, I talk about United States, France, Britain, in my videos, in everything, on YouTube, on Facebook, and in writing. I do so to let them understand that we are not stupid. If they says the law it is, let them respect it and apply it uniformly to everyone that the law deemed necessary. Now, when I listen to our Ambazonian defense soldiers back in ground zero fighting for the common good of all of us, when I listen to how they feel the pain why we live somewhere around the world in our comfort zone, we do not feel the pain and how they go through, and yet we turn to pay them to fight against one another because they disagree with our policy, our attitude, what we believe. What we believe may be inaccurate because what they see on the ground may be accurate. So therefore, listen to them. Do not lie to them. Do not misinform them. Tell them the truth, even in the point where it is against your own will. Tell them. If you don't have the financial support, tell them, I am sorry, we do not have that capability. Do whatever it takes, and we will all go together. Instead of telling them you have allocated this amount of money, and yet that money is nowhere to be found. There is no receipt. There is nothing to be shown. You have money that you've collected. You deposit it in various different banks somewhere scattered around the world. Our soldiers are struggling to get a piece of bread, just as La Republic is eating sardine. How do you expect these boys to fight and defend the homeland when they cannot even have a piece of bread to eat, to drink, water, to fight for the country we all love? This is Comrade Funton Daniel. I am bringing this important message to all of us that we need to think. We cannot become hypocrite. And this message now to the Ambazonian soldiers that are fighting to defend the homeland. I urge you to develop a collateral love, and I call an unconditional love for your fellow soldiers that are all in ground zero, fighting for the common good of the territory in which we love. I want to make it clear to you, if I myself sent you money and I ask you to use that money to kill another person, take that money, call that person that I have dedicate or delegate that power to you to kill that person, call him and tell him, this is the plan that I have initiated to kill you, and take that money and share with that soldier. That is an unconditional love. What is an unconditional love? An unconditional love is someone somewhere, maybe elsewhere in the world, call you because he hates a particular soldier and that he wants you to kill that soldier. Take that money and tell him, I will not do what you have requested, but call that soldier and tell him, this is what they have planned for you, and this is the money they have allocated. I will share that money with you equally, and we will stand in love and dedicate ourselves. We will not more sacrifice ourselves to kill our own fellow soldiers that are fighting for the common good of Ambazonia, and that people will sit somewhere and delegate power to you that you are able, educated, intelligent to use and kill your fellow brother because he happened not to have love or hate that particular individual. No, you have to develop a collateral love, an unconditional love, irrespective of whoever give you an authority to kill an Ambazonian soldier to whom you are on the allegiance to defend the territory. Take that money, share with that person, and you guys maintain authority and fight the enemy. The enemy is La Republic du Cameroon and not your fellow soldiers. And those individuals that are hidden somewhere because they have got some few dollars in their pocket and that they want to take both of you to fight among yourselves, take that money, receive the money, and share it with that person, and you all develop a collateral love, an unconditional love. This is what I am making all of you to believe, that an unconditional love for all of you will lead the freedom of Southern Cameroon very soon rather than far away. Thank you so much. In addition, this message again is to fellow Ambazonian throughout the Ambazonian territory. My name is Funton Daniel. I am your fellow brothers, fellow citizens, and I am bringing the attention. This message has been made on the previous audio, which you may closely listen, but this one is an addition. I want all of you in Ground Zero that are fighting an unconditional fight to defend the sovereign state of Southern Cameroon against the brutal regime of Paul Biya that are fighting to occupy our territory without a due process. So therefore, all of you in ground zero, you guys have to develop an unconditional love for all of you soldiers fighting in ground zero. You guys must develop an unconditional love for one another. There is something that is going on where people sit in their bungalows somewhere distant, far away, maybe in US, maybe in Britain, maybe in Oslo, maybe in Canada, maybe wherever they are, maybe in Turkey, maybe in Saudi Arabia, maybe in South America, wherever they are. They initiate because they have few extra dollars that they can spend, and they use you guys to fight one another, kill each other, just because they disagree. Of course, it is okay to disagree with a soldier, but it's not okay for you to ask one of his soldiers to kill other because they disagree with you. That is where I got it wrong with everybody. I will never, in every circumstances, initiate an instruction, an order for a soldier to kill his fellow friend to whom they are working together for the common good of Ambazonian. Each time when a soldier of Ambazonian origin is killed by his own fellow soldier, we lose 25% reduction, their capability, their power, their resistance against the enemy target. So therefore, it is okay to disagree, but it's not okay to ask one of his comrades to kill each other because you disagree. Imagine that we were robots, that the soldiers were robots, that you can remotely control them. They make decisions based on the climate, the conditions, and the visibility in which they see themselves. And they are there to protect themselves, one another. Love among themselves should be an unconditional, irrespective of whether they are from Guzang, they are from Goktunja, they are from Bui, they are from Manfe, they are whatever they are. They must develop a collateral condition of love. Love for one another, love for defense of Ambazonia, love for in general terms, and and that is why I am bringing this attention that Ambazonians, soldiers, you must develop a collateral love for one another. And that love is vital, is essential, and you must develop it. If an individual or citizens of Southern Cameroon elsewhere, because he has $2 to give to you, which will be more in CFA, and that he can detect to you to go and kill fellow soldier, take that money, call that soldier, share with him equally, and tell them this is the plan they've planned against you, and you build a bonding among yourself, a defense bonding among yourself. One with love, one with to prevent any collateral damage. We have lost amazing soldiers. We have lost them because of this attitude and behavior where we choose to initiate someone to kill an Ambazonian soldier just because he disagrees. It is okay to disagree, but it's not okay to kill them because it sets up someone to go and kill them because you disagree with them. They are not robots. They are human fighting an unconditional war to defend the place to whom you love. And we must develop collateral love. We need to exercise restraint. All of us, we need to exercise restraint. Just because I disagree, the fact that I may disagree with the ADF or I may disagree with them, but I don't initiate an urgent method to kill them. I don't. Because each of them that die affect our defense system by 25%. And therefore, we need to develop, guide them, observe them, and they need to also develop a collateral love for all themselves. There's no one that will sit somewhere and break the forest with grammar and say, oh, this, and tell you, go and kill this person. No. Tell them, no, I won't do that. Otherwise, collect the money that they initiate you and share it with the person they initiate you to go and kill. Both of you form a defense system. You are physical in ground zero. They are not. They are somewhere hidden somewhere, but they cannot tell you, go and kill this soldier that are fighting for the common good, all of you. You guys need to develop a collateral love for one another. is very imperative, is very pertinent. And this is Comrade Funton Daniel speaking here from the great state of Texas here in the United States. I wish you all a happy stay and wish you all a prompt protection. By the grace of God, we shall overcome. The Southern Cameroon will never in history become a territory in a foreign country, La République du Cameroon. Bye.
Honorables, my comrades, thank you now for the comments we will make them for you. I come again for explain for Wona, for we all for inside this forum, because you don't come again and again say we don't know how we Sako really convince these people them for see the truth and they still support ye where it be a big lie man. May I tell you now something they way when I know. When I know say many people them for that we side since we depend for La République, and then the whole system be that system for corruption. Sako in no be fit for go through that system for Cameroon, as when I don't see them for video them or audio them and videos where he be being a thief man for church, so the church abandon he go thief house, so he be the learn he own thief inside quarter. Since he no be get he own person for inside government for beer, but he be no say when you dey for Cameroon you be thief man, you feel always buy away. When I look and see the way Sako do am, when we don't stand for this revolution, Sako he be president, he be use Paul Biya system for corrupt all the LGA leaders through that Bitcoin business. It tell them say, "Bo, when I see him, if we enter for this my business, na social marketing, Bitcoin, the thing is the work so they will get money for they will use some this money for fight war." So that LGA leaders them with prominent people where they be there for the revolution. Now they see say yes, that's some kind good way that we president don't bring we something. They pump money inside that Bitcoin things. That way the Bitcoin they fall, if they fall, money no they come. That people they still get hope say, no, as it they fall, if they rise, it go can't rise so they will get money. Now so Sako be the preacher for them. Why Sako they preach for these people them so he go back. He go for that their own society. Like Paul Biya way there for Framasonry. He go for your own group for society. And this group for society now through the churches. All that false pastors, the way they make people they fall. I think when I don't see images the way Sako, he put hand for people them. And then he make that they are this in church, that the incantation, say he move and fall. Out. Now so he don't make them for all the leaders and way they be the follow ye. He move all their brains and then he stuck in these people their brain, which way you feel call and say mod brain. That's why you see people like Mungwa, Martin Mungwa, he come out, he shout like Christmas say it alert for thing when are really true. So it don't change that people then through that own kind of masonry like Paul Biya change all the people the way they did for government for Biya for CBDM. Man where he don't take oath for that kind of house, he no fit turn back because if he turn back he will die. Better he the only sinner before say he must win. Now the way Sako is coming, he don't deal with that people. He don't deal with them. So you will see some these people they must die with ye. They no fit come out for them because they don't already change them. Just seem like this man Ayaba. Ayaba this so even I never hear say He don't take oath, blood oath, with all the people where they follow he. And any man where he run he go must die. That's why you dey see even if a fang he want for run, he no go run. And when the example be na the one way in back, I von back he be one run, because he be make agreement with the Ayaba. Ayaba no one take in consideration for satisfy according to the agreement. Then Ayaba, like the court master, he plan them, they kill if and kill Ivor. Because nothing than that way they don't drink them by blood. See, you must take action for your boss. You not take them, you will die. Now, you see, these two culprits, them, these two Ayaba and Sako, all them, they fight with La République. Since we be talk say make Sako he come for audit, Satoma come for audit. He see say don't commit atrocity, including how we be enter for drugs for this crazy woman where they call and say who that crazy woman where it be for mobilization Aringwa. Since he entered drugs for Aringwa, then he hypnotized all that people them using La République fashion. Nothing no go fit a fool when I say Sako no get a good relationship with La République. That's why in case of anything, he will just send that he dog them where they don't move all their brain them. Maybe they can't talk say the people where they did work on the good side na coup plotters, oh, they take you go for La République. Now the language that way they use them so that make the population greet them. But we don't see them now say, we dey see action from man, we dey determine which direction where they go. When I ask say Sako, if it not be with La République, the fight against Ambazonian, why he be say, if away he be talk say he get common sense, he no fit think say charity begins at home. He start fight for Tico. He must get an urge for Tico for sure say because for democracy, people for your village they must support you. If you fight for Tico, and then he fight for Boya, where na their country. But he leave these places them. He no get no concern for these people them in this place. Since La République, since La République, he don't already put, he don't sell his country for La République, and then he take Fombat, say make Fombat only the collect na money, they feed the boys them for cocoa, he collect money for cocoa buyers, and where they come up for La République can buy, then he cash them, take money, say Fombat make it lie low. And then he go for the northern zone. And then he share the northern zone with Ayaba. As he go for Ngokutunja side, instigate fighters, make them kill each other so that make it win, get the trophy from La République as we go for one Cameroon. And then he Ayaba, he did for Batibo because Batibo get potential for keep the revolution going because they raise money there and then they will get fighters. So if they for they only for kill and dominate Batibo people them so that make they go against the revolution. The whole target Ibina saying when they don't do frustrate or the fight that's for northern zone, then the politician they will go talk say, oh, when I don't see this war they that's for northern zone, now that Bamenda people them come no go them. Now them they make this kind of thing. And then Paul Biya will take and go say, no, now a chunk of people they just make this thing. The whole country now one. That's why you see now only some small recalcitrant people that they do this thing. So in short, my brother, they may wanna know say these people they don't enter cults. Then they share blood with they take blood oath with their people. Sako Ikome do the same like Ayaba. That's why you see these people there. So they no go fit turn back. Now only say we get for join, for expose this their mafia, expose them so that they themselves, the whole population will know who them be, because they get sweet talk for their mouth. They get sweet talk for their mouth. That's why you see when Sako want make a message, or they make message like angel. When you see Ayaba want make message, he make and like say all the force for the earth is there for ye. But as well with the talk for inside this house, please, when I share this video, whether this audio for all Ambazonian, they make them know. Now the things in this way Ambazonian, they don't know. Mister, I go share them. So you see these people, as well snake, it get smooth body. Now so all the people sat on this, so when he want take you, he go take you like, oh, he like you. And then he put you for some kind of way where you will hardly believe saying I really Satan this. Before you know saying a Satan, he could don't give you the last thing, just like a snake. When he don't put you in venom, say they go. Now so they don't take all these people then. And then the thing said they will take the revolution down, and then La Republique, it will give a trophy for them. It will make them dominate the whole southern Cameroon. That means that they play the same trick way Atanganji they play. Yes, Atanganji and all that people they talk one Cameroon. Sako is coming, chief man, and Ayaba when a blood drunkard. All them are the same. So maybe when I ask this question, say you don't know why where these people that they see true, they know they go against the true, they see lie, they know they go against the lie. They instead go against the truth. Now they think that way, even if they know say you they talk true, but where if they go against their life, since they don't take this blood oath, now you way they make and say they will just pretend like say they don't know which way be the truth, but they know. As we talk, this one a God ordained revolution. May man no fear. As we boys and they talk say shake no day, shake no day. We all for here we stand up like nothing will happen. We don't get a breakthrough, and as so time for God it be the best. Now the time for God it is shine to go, so we don't suffer plenty. The blood of our people wait there for down, it go talk. That's why we the talk say make the race in power. No, just rest in peace, in power. For come fight with we. All that we general the way Sako don't fight, they don't make them, they kill them. All that one the way Ayaba don't make them, they kill them. They get for come fight now. So no shake, no, they make we get this confidence, we begin go before. Any man will get a one mindset where it is sing towards the liberation of Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. It will live long for see that day. We will rejoice for Boya. So shake no day. This one a God ordained revolution. Example for sure now say now God ordained revolution. We no get no one army. We know none of the people that be no say we can't get war. We know we get no stick. But today we boys that they stand up and 7 getting to 8 years this where La Republique if he thinks it go finish we 2 weeks, 2 months, as he call we say 2 cubes of sugar. If we don't be like bone for fish where man he chop him, he go hook for a neck. For come out, they come out. For go down, they go. Now so we don't turn up for La Republique their neck. Shake no day. And then when I see how the Western world don't be exposed, all evil will be exposed now. Shake no day. Make we stand for a position firm, because we the only fight na defense for our nation. We no be look for war. That's why God is no get no other choice than for support we, because God na good and we good. So make una share this audio for all Ambazonian them. Make we stand firm for our decision, for follow our leader, Chris Anu, where he did deliver. He don't sacrifice everything. And so he thinks even his life he go just for bring this nation for we. He want for lay down his head. Like Jesus Christ lay down his head for the humanity. So make we support he. And then we eyes they open. He says they talk. Say if he don't do anything bad, may we turn back. And that's so we do. That's so God in the open we eyes with the sea. So shake no day. Ambazonian people, we there on the right track. Make man no fool na. Make grandma no fool na. make that public head damage. I want to take this opportunity for tell all Ambazonian what we mean PhD. All that one, the way they circulate Sako, even including ye Sako, when they say they be doctor, na PhD. Even Ayaba, na PhD. PhD means say public. P stand for public. H means say hate. And then D stand for damage. So all that public hate damage, where they call themselves say doctors them, na chief people them, na wish people them. But when I no listen for that grammar, that cram work, when the one come out make speech, they go cram grammar for come fool when they talk say they be doctor without common sense, doctor without conscience, doctor for drink blood for innocent people them.
When the killers of our people, the destructive elements of our revolution, when they've caused all their mayhem against our people and the revolution, they will turn to point their filthy fingers on others. The ADF, this devilish, and I will call it, I will put it the way it's supposed to be today. People have always been saying that the ADF and the so-called AGOV-C are Lara public proxy. I've been hesitant not to go down that path. But the ADF, with their actions, have proven to be a hallmark of Lara public proxy in the Southern Cameroon struggle. How? Whenever there is an important event that will promote the Southern Cameroon struggle, the ADF will come up with a terrible, destructive element in this struggle that people will keep on scratching their heads and forget of that important breakthrough and focus on the destruction of the ADF. The United Nations addressed issue of about 3 years ago, which Capo Daniel sabotage was one. The event surrounding 2017, which the ADF, if I'm mistaken, killed Florence Ayafo, was 2. In 2018, the murder of Simoli in Moyoka and his comrades, number 3. In 2019, the killing of General Biebie, or burying them alive by the ADF, number 4. In 2020, the Boy massacre, which a lot of lies surrounded the Boy massacre till today. Tapang Ivor said, and I quote, "The ADF has raised 93,000 and ADF fighters were going through Boy to Nigeria to get that money and bought materials and buy materials from Nigeria." The CIC of the ADF, Comrade Ayaba, said, and I quote, that the ADF was going up to Boy to pick up materials, end of quote. The question I asked them was, how could the ADF, as a claim, was going up to Boy to pick up materials, carried materials from Mankon and Batbo to Boy? Nobody has ever responded to that question. Capo Daniel put his own message, which was contradicted to that of Tapang Ivor. Tapang Ivor's message was contradicted to that of the CIC. And to crown it all, the biggest lie shown out of that incident was that Efang was killed, of which Efang was taken by elements of the BIR and hidden at up station in Bamendankwe. After some 4 months, about 4 months after, Efang resurrected from the dead that the ADF said Efang was dead and buried in Boy. The same Efang that killed General Biebie and his comrade, the same Efang that killed Ivor, the ADF has never accepted that Efang killed Ivor. As if that was not enough, in 2022, the ADF went and killed fighters of New Jerusalem in Mancon, kidnapped 4. When I followed them to ask, why did you kill fighters in Mancon? The excuse given by this devil himself, called Capo Daniel, was that when the ADF went to New Jerusalem to collect, because all their excuses have always been they want to go and collect their weapons that this group is holding, of which they've never bought a single weapon and given to any group. These devils of the Southern Cameroon struggle, this proxy group of La Republic of the Southern Cameroon struggle, that people are struggling with, and we haven't come to terms with what they are really doing. If they are out for Boya or out for La Republic, is what no Southern Cameroonian understands. When they killed the fighters at Ntanga Mancon, we struggle with them. They release the other 4 kidnapped, which one was wounded, for us to take to the hospital. These same devils this year went to Santa and kidnapped fighters there with the pretense of their guns. We contacted Comrade Ayaba that why is it you guys have gone to Santa and kidnapped fighters there, taken to Batibo, to the ringleader of kidnapping, Efang. He promised us, we were 4 of us in that call, for it was a conference call. He promised us that he will ask Efang to release those fighters and their materials. Just within 12 hours after, there was a message out there. The ADF was demanding the people of Santa with 4 AKs or 4 million francs. Typical of them kidnappers, these devils of our struggle. Of our struggle. As if that was not yet enough for these devils of the struggle, when the news of the registration of the Southern Cameroons came from the U.S. Justice Department, for these devils to dissuade and divert attention, they went and killed 2 people publicly in Batibo, just to divert people's attention from the good news that is out there for people to digest. These devils of our struggle. But these devils of our struggle think that with time they could conceal their devilish activities and redirected it to other people. This evil spirit of our struggle, the AGF, until Southern Cameroonians will understand the role that these devils are playing in this struggle, then it will be better for all Southern Cameroonians. It will be good we call the devil by its name and shame them as such. The ADF and so the so-called AGOFC are the devils of this struggle, are the proxies of La Republic by their actions. Lay the foundation that another generation will complete the building. Lay the foundation that another generation will either complete the building or put up the walls for another generation to complete the building. We were not laying the foundation that we must be the ones to complete the building. Comrade Ayaba, we were never laying the foundation that we must be the ones to complete the building. We never started off with this struggle that we must be the ones to lead the people of the Southern Cameroons into Buea. If we can't find, but if we cannot, then we should let that generation that is supposed to lead us into Buea, to lead us to Buea, and not killing other Southern Cameroonians because we want as foundation builders. If Comrade Ayaba is saying that we were the foundation builders, why should Goji Dinka and late Albert Bukong, PM Ngomjwa, may his soul or the soul of all those that have gone ahead rest in peace? What should Ngomjwa say? What should Albert Mukong say? If our generation laid the foundation, should I say, Jwa and Albert Mukong dug the foundation? They paved the foundation for us to build the foundation? Did Albert Mukong and Jwa stayed on telling us that we must line up behind them to build the foundation? Why is it that it has come to our turn and we are insisting that because we have built the foundation, so we must be the one to put up the walls? The devils of our struggle are these people with the mindset of we have put up the wall, or we have built the foundation and must be the ones to put up the wall. These are the devils of the Southern Cameroon struggle. So, Comrade Ayaba, you have just demonized yourself by making that cynical statement of yours that we built the foundation and must be the ones to build the walls. If you must be the one to build the walls, go and exhume Albert Mukong and Augustine Ngomjwa from the grave, who paved the foundation, to come and lead the struggle. You guys used to make some stupid statements, not understanding or thinking that everybody is just too naive to understand what you guys are doing. We have become the devils to the success of the Southern Cameroon struggle because we built the foundation. And we do not want to allow others who can now put up the walls. If we are fortunate enough to see those that will roof the house, for us to enter and not be beaten by rain. But we are standing here, though with our feeble legs, not being able to run again, saying that we must be the ones to put up the walls. When I is sick for the one egg of sea, oh, when I for that one egg of sea, when I be devil them. I don't really hold my peace with when for that one egg of sea for too long a time. But you guys are not getting it. You guys are the devils of the Southern Cameroon struggle. You do not want us to reach Buea. Truly, Comrade Ayaba, you are part of those that is a La Republic proxy. I will put it the way it's supposed to be now. I don't even hold my peace with you. You are part of those that is La Republic proxy. But everything you are doing in this struggle is a hallmark of what La Republic is supposed to be doing. But that's what you are doing. I'm pretending that you want us to go to Buea. Of which your actions are helping La Republic. To rub their foot on the necks of Southern Cameroon. You are part of that foot that is on the necks of Southern Cameroon. You help La Republic put their foot on the necks of Southern Cameroon, and you add yours on our necks. That we must never reach Buea. And you are pretending that you are not a La Republic proxy, but everything you do is helping La Republic. Dissuading our people from supporting on the ground from supporting the struggle. Instead of our people to be running from La Republic to come to us for protection, you have caused our people from running from us to go to La Republic for protection. And according to you, You are doing a marvelous job by helping La Republique in this struggle. Comrade Ayaba, you must be sick if you think that what your actions are those that are helping us to reach Boya. And anybody who is helping you in that evil deed, only time will tell. Yes, you guys, I will participate in exposing you guys now. For I've been there was a time Desmond Tutu said, and I quote, "I have fought against white domination in South Africa and will also fight against black domination," end of quote. Comrade Ayaba, I fought Sako tooth and nail, not to demonize you and the egg of sea. And I will fight you guys till my last blood for destroying the Southern Cameroon struggle. For you people are a hallmark of destructive elements in this struggle. The years we were saying that Capo Daniel was a La Republique proxy. It was you, Comrade Ayaba, your best spokesperson. Comrade Lawrence Ewane told me that Capo Daniel is the best propagandist that the egg of sea has ever had. I asked Comrade Ewane, the best propagandist propagating against what? Or for what? Propagating against the Southern Cameroon struggle? Propagating for La Republique? Or for what? But Capo Daniel was your best propagandist, Comrade Ayaba, who was propagating against the Southern Cameroon struggle in favor and for La Republique. Today, Comrade Ayaba, can you refute the fact that I was wrong to say that Capo Daniel was working for La Republique? And if Capo Daniel was working for La Republique, who were you working for? Comrade Dr. Che Ayaba, if Capo Daniel was working for La Republique, as you guys in the egg of sea are now on rooftops saying that Capo Daniel is a La Republique agent, who was Capo Daniel working for the past 3-4 years? Did you people accept with me and other Southern Cameroonians that Capo Daniel was a La Republique proxy? And if Capo Daniel, all of them have been a La Republique proxy, who are you, Comrade Ayaba? Comrade Dr. Ayaba, if Capo Daniel has been a La Republique proxy, who have you been for the past 4 years? Because Capo Daniel was doing La Republique's bidding. If Capo Daniel was doing La Republique's bidding and was your spokesperson, were you as well not doing La Republique's bidding? Southern Cameroonians should ask you these questions. You must be able to explain yourself to the people of Southern Cameroons. If Capo Daniel was doing La Republique's bidding for the past 4 years, being your spokesperson, which means he was your voice. It gave me everything that Capo Daniel was putting out there was coming from you. And if he was doing La Republique's bidding, then you yourself were doing La Republique's bidding. Can you dissociate yourself from Capo Daniel's actions? Practically impossible. When devils like you, who have been working against the success of the revolution, cause the damage in the Southern Cameroon struggle, you have the guts to be pointing your filthy fingers at other Southern Cameroonians for being the problem against the struggle. People who are doing their utmost to see that we reach Boya within a reasonable short period. But you, Ayaba, you are there. All you know, all you and your gang knows to do best is to work for the enemy of the struggle And you want to pretentiously tell Southern Cameroonians that you are working for Boya, of which all your actions are pointing but the actions of the enemy. You guys must be sick. Yes, this is Samuel Thomas talking. You guys must be sick. And the type of sickness that you guys are suffering from, the doctor to cure it seems not to have been born yet. And I don't know if that doctor will ever be born. Like I've said, let me repeat myself to Southern Cameroonians. Ngomja and the Albert Mukoms, they dug the foundation for the Southern Cameroon struggle. People like Dr. Luma, Chief Ayamba, and a host of others started building the foundation, which some of us who have been in this town for over 30 years, carrying the blocks. Yes, let me tell Comrade Ayamba what we were doing in this struggle for the past 30 years. What we were doing is that we were carrying the blocks given to the Chief Ayambas to build the foundation. We were helping them to build the foundation. And that foundation was built suddenly for us to stand on and see if we can build the walls. Building the walls has not been easy for us. For we were building those walls and they were being pulled down by the enemy. And the other generation has come up in 2017 to now help us complete those walls. I don't know if they will do the roofing. But you, Ayaba, you are standing on the way, saying that you must be the one to build the walls. If not you building the wall, you pull them down like La Republic. And you are doing just exactly that by pulling down the walls. When you are pulling down the walls, you are pretentious to tell Southern Cameroonians that any other person who is trying to build the wall is not worth it of building the wall because you have been there for 50 years, you must be the one to build the wall. You devil! Craziness. So Southern Cameroonians, we helped the Chief Ayambas to build the foundation by giving them the building blocks or the stones and mixing mortar for them to build. That solid foundation has been built. Conscious Southern Cameroonians who have been in this town for 30 and over 30 years, we have to see into it that they advise the young generation to put up the walls for those walls to be as solid as the foundation was. Like I've said, I don't know if they will be the ones to put up the roof, but if they are not the ones to put up the roof, let the walls be solid as concrete for another generation to now complete the roofs. Samuel Thomas, long live the Southern Cameroon struggle. Long live the Southern Cameroons and short live the Southern Cameroon struggle. But we should be aware of the devils that are destroying the struggle.
Uncle B, you did right. You did right. Yeah, because the innocent population, therefore, they will see these things, but if you not emphasize, they don't know. Yeah, they don't know. So we get much for explain, even for TV, for still explain this stuff. Yeah, for the population, may they know where to go on. Yeah, they will watch them, they will feel for see, they know these things and so. Nevertheless, time where before they impeach and remove his Isako, it be get opportunity. It get the money where it be the calm, where it be day. The one where they take and fight and so, you know, they're not even peanut.
The money and the time where they take and fight this one now, so where they get this success now, so not a peanut. What's that they hitch somewhere be for ye? Now the reason that way, the frustration in the one go. They see the kind of money where they don't believe them. And now the money, it don't make them, they like person go enter society. Now the money, now Southern Cameroon their money. It take the money, enough for you go hire firm, wait to be the result. Southern Cameroonians, they not even pursue you. Their success don't come out, they make a population no serious on a thing this way day. You come out for Sawe de Lengong Dog. You the brandish your tea. May God be key expose we Southern Cameroonians, and so we will not mean business to say, may more land be free. If a commerçant where Sako be get result, the result for the show. They say go audit, you know for go audit. Proof say they so you rule as somebody will be genuine and lie. Everything are fake. This guy live fake life. Everything they do am na fake. Manipulation. Massa. Monitoring spirit. Now just bad spirit for everything. Bad spirit. Bad spirit. We'll continue for prove them wrong for anything they do. We go continue. We will continue. We shouldn't require to now then they can't dictate them. But it go help severity more need them for the same coven way they want enter for day. Yes, more need them for day. Because at the end of the day, now they go get brain cancer. All this way they do now they go get brain cancer. When you say you want pong nose no say so when you go put your finger for day, it go nail you for down. Do it way be right. You need do them. People that do it way it be right. You day after the success. Now what is these people they do them? But nevertheless, now testimony for the story we were talking, where motherland will be free. Now the testimony, you must get obstacles as we work for success. Now the obstacles and this will get them. These sons and daughters of Jezebel, Lucifer, the way they did for inside this struggle. Now in this way they see and so. If person fit send Tev Sako come say we go succeed no matter the plan of the wicked, no matter the devilish activity where they continue for doing. Men and continue for market themselves. Men and continue for tell La République and international conspirators and say they be second La République of Cameroon because they see them very well for their face. Carry placard, go march with Sako and come a face for day. Go do this one so. Now there, go for ground one. You carry placards. Una run be CPDM, another second CPDM. Now another second, another dictators in this. When you are tossed this, so they come on for Cameroon, carry witchcraft, put them for their back, fly with them for plane. They for diaspora with them. Satanic people. Satanic people. Their activities, they like Lucifer absent meetings, send them. Goodness. God punish the devil. We shall succeed. No matter all what you do. Know that. Uncle B, you did right. You did right. Yeah, because the innocent population, therefore, they will see these things, but if you not emphasize, they don't know.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to anywhere you are located. Uncle B, I believe say no be this point where they talk, so no matter how you will talk, no matter how proof you will bring to enemies of Ambazonian, they will never still accept, say breakthrough don't come for this revolution. So what way I believe so get for only do for the go ahead for the support which way they. Uncle B, I just want some time with the look and there are two phases this revolution and this breakthrough get two phases. We will try for analyze them for now for here. I say repeat again, I say this breakthrough it get two phases where I will bring them up for here. Nobody, even the leaders, no one can hold it because the time don't set. Nobody, even the leaders, no one, even any person we they against, they never even pick a height. I will start to bring point to point so that now understand so that Mona know say this revolution got a hand inside, and when the time don't come, the time don't come. Point number one, before would the year say America don't do so. The point must be very clear. America, it do am for its own interest. It do am again now because especially the regime of Biden. It do am because La Republic don't finger their anus. We call a spade a spade. La Republic don't finger their anus. And what it happen, ye and France do not get no choice. No be now this very particular government get for free Ambazonian. Now listen the sound of my voice, and that is the truth. Not these people, because they are the same party, they are working with France hand to hand. Hand to hand. Now the same party. Not be them. But what it happen?
Papa, you talk and finish. But my tell you, the way me I dey look at things. I don't they always talk a long time ago. Some people they no be great saying, but we see the way things they unfold they come. Things that they change. If you see Putin the tear Pobia say you organize a friendly open match. So tell the day when you see desperate man, foolish desperate man, you use it fine. Because if you put this just about a week ago, it say me they do away with all capital dictators. And Pobiana one. No. It say economic dictators and me they do away with them. It said Putin no say Pobiana capital one. The fact now just say they would make it messy, but trust me, Putin no be the man, and Putin no day for. That is me. I made a talk. I know some people in the way do not like Putin and so on. Putin day, Putin one. Everyone make me Russia be great, and me Russia get the one of the cleanest history in life. Putin no go support anything way he knows say not correct. And anything we know say correct, Ugu boss them out. You know the world don't live for lies for too long. The Western world don't push now only lies, fake things, lie. Okay, see thing what happen now for Israel. All man know say no matter what, the Middle East no be satisfied with Israel. Even Ahmadinejad, former president for Iran, we don't come talking for UN. See me to go for map for 1948 can't show you Israel. And if Israel no be there, then why Israel go there? And today you see as Palestine invert Israel, security defensive they and so on, they don't know what it occurred. They need to work again. Israel is in that mess, and the whole of Western world they say na Iran. Whether na Iran or whether no be Iran, why? Now because of that statement, Ahmadinejad be American. No man they know say Israel get one of the strongest security defensive them, but this time around no way. Israel is strong enough to defend itself. No not even for attack anymore. Now the Israel that we know say the Western world decide for make Palestine a non-state where it need to exist. Then Israel where they carry and go put them for there. Jews where they carry go put them for their land. Now you the American state. No matter what, who go ever be satisfied with that? But the Western world don't do everything from the Western world. A lie. I might tell you, even with this was struggle. Some people they will say no. Probably had the chop friend with. Probably had be desperate. Probably had no say the Western world itself no fit defending with the Ambazonian fight. Probably I don't try way for say meet them help ye with the fight. They no one help. Now why did they desperately go with Russia? And Russia they do it. Russia is doing nothing for Pobia in this fight. Nothing. I mean, really nothing. So Pobia they just roam around basin like far away the throw corn for inside basin where water they. You know if you move the corn. But you could stay around that basin because you see corn inside. Now Pobia that. Yeah, okay. This is how it is. For real, many of the key people in Sako's camp, they know Sako so well. But the truth is, I don't know how they were being implanted hatred in them in the way they hate Comrade Chris until they will prefer to embrace the criminal Sako with all the lies, with all the stealing, with all the everything, than to come with Comrade Chris. It doesn't mean they don't know the truth. They know the truth. But the problem is, Sako, I don't know how Sako did to convince their minds in a way they feel like Comrade Chris betrayed Sako by exposing Sako. You can imagine. That's their own thinking. You see, Sako, the truth is, there are some key people in every group of person. When these key people break away, that group breaks down. Even in the government, when something begins to hit the government, people begin to resign, that government will fall. But these key people, Sako had been very smart to involve them in that mafia. All of them are robbed. You can imagine Dr. Elat could still remain with Sako. And when I tried to find out, I discovered that Dr. Elat himself embezzled money. So all of them, just like the CPD regime in Yaoundé, all of us will steal. But don't try to point another person. Never you try to look at that seat where Bia is sitting. I will move ahead. It's just the same thing Sako has implemented in Ambazonian. That is why all of them, no one could resign. No one could just break away from Sako. We did the same thing. You want to leave now. How do you want to go? Why do you want to go? Where are you going? If you are going, then tell us how we want to manage. If you want us to manage it, we did it all together. That is the problem. So they now, it is like all of them were being exposed because none of those guys, the local government area, the county, the local government area chair people, the county chair people, to all those delegates, and so on, secretary of this, secretary of that, none of them has accounted for any franc to Ambazonians. None of them. It's the man that went for audit is the man that they want to nail. They've done everything. You think people like Paul Nilong himself is an embezzler? So you see the way the chain is. It's a group of mafia.
If you look and serve, bro, that man no even get no intelligence. He just seek for notice. Then by seeking for notice, he don't involve himself, he don't implicate himself. Because na me, that guy will take it, then go shoot it for that very place. Even if you shoot yourself, now having kindness, you beat them, cut him block us, throw him, give me a chopper, then you leave it bleed, die slowly in pains. Now fool. The government, you give authority. It just sing and notice so that made a call give him bribe. Say president, you talk out of ignorance. Say president no get power for withdraw army. Say army don't take an oath for defend nation. They would the rule country. In the army, the rule country. Why the army no do rule the country? Say if they bring drone. America get all the kind drone the way they get. Wait happen with them for Afghanistan. Or wait happen for them for Cambodia and the other places where they go, Vietnam, where they be there for years, they still run. The man are very big fool, ignorant, empty head. He's dead. May they even just leave your family. He's dead, no be family to say may go talk that thing. May they find ye, torture ye. The kind of one you no need for kill ye. You torture ye, then the cut is small, feed himself. Use the flesh to feed him. For the time he could live till he die.
Yes, my brothers and sisters, wanna cafe day up. If you look this man na empty propaganda way you see him ekashi down there just because if he talks so government go take some more money sometime yeah for you just as monja they catch civilian go to shoot him kill him talk say number. Time way Amba they should go in the run. He do run go hide for inside bush. Time where Amba don't finish go, he come take gun, come outside, begin work for street with flag, with big flag. Talk say they so he define Amba. You know the place where General Sagat did it. He be back where no, I think say he know all those areas. May enter for bush go find General Sagat no. Monja, that crowd way they do am. You know, say it's something make that thing so they ask la Republic say na you the buy oil so put them for inside a vehicle. So they find say make government make some budget jam for you. And all those people where Monja don't always kill them. Now civilians where they can go catch them, can't kill them, can't kill them. Go take pregnant woman begin kick them, and for you na amber. So all these people when they see them for television come out openly. You will say you be black leg the height before your face. Before it show he try for no. So now when you talk say you be black leg so which man go expose himself for you again? When I don't see say all that one are big lies. You don't say La Republic na some country where they be La Republic on top lies. Now so it is.
The thing I say some people there for Cameroon, when they there for government especially, they never see the veracity of this war. They don't even know how it will end. Maybe Cameroon government may say that in 2 weeks or how many days they will stop Amber. Why don't prolong to going to 8 years? And some people them because you want to gain political points. And you get hand clap for their master they send them. Can't begin make such allegations. How can somebody with an insane brain they go begin to talk say they go use drone for do this? They just hear the words when he talk. He say the president no get power for stop the war. He's a laughable this kind of man. Hi, in the public. A person who declares war does not have the power to stop the war. So, as they release the dogs is outside killing people. There's no way to call back the dogs. Master, some people in the way now will regret why they come out for this side where they call and say Southern Cameroon. Yes. If one check them fine, we don't know side where their DNA come out. Because such statement, it depicts where it's like they pick them, come and drop them there. We will have to question their paternity. It's very unthinkable. Some people just there on the ground, just lavishing and saying all things against Christians without even understanding. Because you carry guns. It means that you know everything. Ah, God. Master, I don't know where we are going. I don't know who has really spoiled us like this. That we have people who cannot think. You have people here who cannot think. They don't want to behave. They feel that they are all in all because they have some clique of people they call leaders. That you even hear that audio. That guy is saying that I hear about you don't work for 40 years, for 50 years, for 30 years for the struggle. They don't work for 30 years. You say we be with time when the struggle one start 2016. Who say we be why wrong go high for that side? Who say we be all the time before the struggle one start to this level? Why get for seize the opportunity where people are starting for ground zero? They come out and can show a fame. Say this will be fighter. That's how. You're not correct. You don't promulgate people like this. And that is the ego they are doing because they cannot deliver. Such people will never deliver. They cannot deliver. Even when we talk of diplomacy, they will never deliver. Please, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not talking like this to destroy anybody. But I'm saying that if it is in terms of analysis, let's just analyze and see a person who has really worked for this struggle from day one to today. Let us analyze and see the goals that people have scored. You see? Because what people are working behind doing, maybe they're working with like the Republic of Cameroon. We don't know where they hide and do things that are detrimental to the struggle. We don't know. But from the fruit, we shall know that we shall know them. From the way they speak, we know where they stand. So we don't need to come out and be arguing with anybody. Anybody who knows that does not want reconciliation. Reconciliation does not mean that people don't know who you are. We want you to decide that whether you want to stand for the common goal of Ambazonian or not. Yes. Because people have already took all their legs inside a ditch of mud that they find it difficult now to extract it. And you will find out somebody like Capo Daniel is trying to clean his way. Because I don't know where he stands. He speak left and right, go front and back. I don't know. It's like people when they speak things, they forget what they say. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes he will speak like angels. Sometimes he will speak like a very clean diplomat. Sometimes he will speak like somebody whom they remove his brain. So we don't understand him. So for this person who's a double-edged sword, you know the way you work with him. Yes, you have to be careful with him. It is not everything that you say that you take it. And anything you say, you have to analyze before you take it. And you take it with a pinch of salt. There's nobody who can take prominence in this struggle that he has done this, he's the one who has done this. All of us have been in the struggle, even though we are not doing what leaders are doing, but we have been seen from day one to today. We are able to know who is right and who is wrong. From our analysis, from whatever they say, we can be able to analyze to bring out what is right. So no matter what you do or in your corner, we know who you are. But we must know that there's no perfect person here who is perfect in doing what is right. Some people are doing their 60%, some are doing 50%, some are doing 40%. Some have been trying in doing their 70%. But you cannot castigate him completely for the 30% that he did not do right. Yes. So whatever they want to bring together, they are not looking at those negative percentage. We are looking for the positive percentage that you have, so that will bring together with other ones, so that we can build a strong reconciliation team. Ambazonian, Obozo.
Oh, thank you, my brother. Well, the leaders are what they call themselves, like the leaders where they don't be for the struggle for 30 years. 30 years plus counting. Really? Paul Biya don't be how many years? 40. Frunti be how many years? 30 something. What did I want to tell we? Dictator them. You know, dictator where they stick for leadership. They don't want shift for 1 second. You know, somebody get for be ashamed for say don't be for power or for struggle for whatever for 30 years plus. Then you know achieve any goal and you know if you resign, go make different people they try. My brother, just like you talk, 30 years, you not achieve anything. Even just 10 years. For America, not 2 term. Whether you achieve them or not, you give a shift. You know? But you don't be for 30 years for struggle. They be buffuna if you know if you know achieve anything within 30 years, then just get out. 30 years, you know, do them. They check 1 year, 2 years ahead of us. We go take and do them. Black people get mental disorder.
Yeah, Comrimba, Francis, thank you. We will always appreciate anybody that brings something good for Ambazonians, actually. The fact that everybody did not buy into the conference didn't mean that any good news that is coming from there should not be welcomed. But a little concern I have is the implementation of what was arrived at in that place in Canada. You are now calling on Ambazonians to follow. Did you guys come up with a body, some sort of a commission or some sort of leadership, let me call it, a leadership that is going to be implementing what you just arrived at in Canada, or who is going to implement it? And who is going to lead in the implementation? You see, we tend to divide ourselves in many, many occasions, not knowing actually that we are multiplying ourselves or the divergence in us. Different groupings. You go here, you create your own group here, leadership emerges. You go here, you create your own group here, leadership emerges. So my concern here from Comrade Francis is which body is going to lead in the implementation of what was arrived at in Canada? Did you guys form a body, some sort of leadership structure, or just leadership that is going to lead in the implementation of those resolutions? And again, there is something we are missing here. Reconciliation is not done at the grassroots level. Grassroots level will go out there, they give their vote to some people, some leadership, they give their vote to. That is democracy. And then their leadership in terms of, let's say, during campaign, you have bashed this person. Say the situation where Ambazonia is with too many different leaders, or you are running here and here. The grassroots cannot go and reconcile if those leaders are not reconciled. Who is going, when the grassroots reconcile, who is going to implement the reconciliation? What will be arrived at? These same people who refuse to go for that reconciliation? In this wise, ladies and gentlemen, what is supposed to be done here is when leaders reconcile, followers follow. Because we might go out there, unless you are telling me you are going to tear away everybody, not everybody, let's say a majority of us from the various leadership, let's say the IG, the ADL, the APLM, all those people, you peel their people, and they form another government. But then if those people were the ones that were reconciled, automatically their leadership will follow their leader. I mean, their followers will follow their leader. But the followers can go out there and those leaders refuse to. It will still be a problem for us to take them away from their leaders and to give them to a new structure that will come out. I think at one time when Comrade Chris came up, he came up with a program where he said, if leaders can come up, form a sort of a structure or a body that will coordinate, leadership can rotate. And if leaders are reconciled in that setting, normally the followers will follow, and that will be even normally take a case of a presidential campaign. I look the case of America here, where Democrats campaign. That's the only Democrat, Obama and Clinton. They campaign. After that, Obama won. But Hillary refused to acknowledge or refused the supporters to support Obama. It was a whole chaos until Senator Feinstein of California brought Obama and Clinton to a table, and the two reconciled. And then Clinton came out and called his supporters to fall behind the president. And that's how reconciliation happened at that level. It will be difficult for the voters to go or reconcile when Clinton is still out there, Obama was still out there, and then you think that you are reconciling. When you reconcile, who implements? But then when what the leaders reconcile, automatically their followers follow. The work of the grassroots is to vote leaders. But instead of reconciliation is done with the leaders, then the supporters follow. As I say, is it easy to tear the supporters of ADF, or let's say AGOC, APLM, now the IG, and form a different group? In that case, you will be forming another group again, multiplying the idea that we are wanting to bring these people together. Another government would have emerged from that setting, and that government now is going to be fighting between these other leaders that refuse to come in there. The most thing that we were supposed to be doing here is to say, how do I bought the idea and I spoke with the organizer behind the scene. But it was that we had to bring these people. It was that everybody will come on the leaders. But unfortunately, the leaders are not here. And we're here. Like what I'm asking about Canada. Has Canada created another government? Government is leadership. Now it has added another leadership to the one that we are struggling to bring together. And we keep on multiplying them like that. And maybe from the Reconciliation Forum, we would have come up with another body that will reconcile these people and this should lead us. That will be another number 2. And then what Ma Takang is doing, she does her on her own, and then they come out there with another leadership. So we are going to, that's on number 3. And see how we keep on multiplying our troubles, not knowing that we are killing the strength in the name of trying to reconcile and bring us together. The leader that we already had, if they did everything, and I was saying, what I said then was that if we can force the supporters of those people to go to their leaders and force them to come into this, and see reason to come into this forum, or to listen to what we are saying here, their followers automatically follow. Reconciliation is up at the top in a constitutional democracy. But when to elect leaders is the bottom. But some people tell you, oh, Ambazonian will do this. Ladies and gentlemen, it will be difficult for us to come, as I say, that we're going to come out here with another leadership. That will be multiplying, adding to the number that we already have. And Canada is saying, yeah, we're going to be adding again to the number that we already have. And by that, what are we doing? Creating other leadership and trying to we're helping to multiply the division within us unknowingly. It may be knowingly, but to me, it's unknowingly. With good intent, but what comes out of it is adding to the fear that we have or what we are wanting to get away from. So I just wanted to, my little concern here is, these are our brothers from Canada. Francis is saying the Ambazonians will follow and do this. Who is going to lead in the implementation? Have they come out with a body that is going to lead the implementation of it? Or is it just going to be thrown out like that without leadership? Or has it been given to the leaders who already have to implement? And will somebody help me here, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, greetings, house. I greet everybody.
Uncle B, you are just on point. When I sit down sometime, I reflect, I see this struggle. The only way it destroy this struggle, not be the Southern Cameroon so population, the citizens them, either be it for ground zero, for diaspora ground one, or La République du Cameroon. Southern Cameroonians they stand for this struggle. But which way they destroy this struggle now interest, the interest of this so-called, they want form this group, they want form this group, they want form this group. And we forget for no security, the strengths, now the ability for succeed even as a leader. Because you must still get the strength for no say you feel raise money. If you not feel raise money, you will lead now who? Now the same situation, now how you want succeed. Now wait it this way. Would you fail for understand? Like you dey on point. If we want for struggle, for build up again, for form a good team, we will did have team like one Ambazonian. I think that way we did rebuke this conference because we see we want go for any place like one Ambazonian, one Southern Cameroon. Now the most essential thing this way they for this struggle. And when people them take group affiliation, start forget for no say this so we build a nation. Now some of the difficult that means questions we were supposed to ask, we should not supposed to think very well. We ask ourselves rhetorical questions and say, wait, for this thing the way we form this small jange group, this one, we achieve wait. When we put a thinking cap with the one for seeing a one umbrella, where we go in terms of diplomacy, where we go in terms of information, where we go down for ground zero, where we go in terms of situation for safety, we log in from various leaders the way they don't come together, they be as one. We form a united team where they will get a saying for everything. You remember for your own what again they for this Njangi group where they form a more. At the end, would you want to find that nation? We don't want to find another nation. If we divide this one day for this side, this one day for this side, now the one boss this one, now the one boss this one, at the end of the day, we go make ourselves a laughing stock. We go make ourselves a laughing stock. Because we see, I don't want to say namia the rule. I don't want to say namia the boss this one. No. Your strength for rule, your strength for boss somebody. Now forget a followership where they raise substantial amount. Where you know say this, so you go diplomatically, you feel for move something on top table. You get things on point. And not feel for explain all these things as good as way Uncle Bido explain them. Most should don't think them. And for think them now for think for do the right thing. We in no day for any situation, for any group gain, a day for one goal, for we for take back motherland. For we for gain back our country. And I for do that right thing. Now for do that right thing. Now the best time this so. Even if I go from this one, from this, you go form them today, it go die like how we be die yesterday. When people they talk today so, Conrecho Ayaba don't there for situation for 30 years. Not be only ye who they inside NCNC where the cash will pay them, they lock them every 1st October. Will be there silent. Despite the fact that they do this their ping pong game now, they want divide the same group way be so they divide and let meet. SCNC turn let meet. The one lead. Now that virus. Now I don't chop Southern Cameroonians like cancer. Any way they day. Now me I do one lead. Do one get forum for 3 or 4 followers. The one just make himself president. Do one get followers for around 15 or 16. The one just now the thing now the cancer this way don't chop we. And if we identify something, we don't make V-turn for take a good shape. Then the way forward, a bit blink. A bit doubt. More check now how we want make a good score for unite to serve, for form a bigger platform where we go succeed than for form small jange group like the one the way they start form and since you know achieve any goal. Greetings to everybody again. Thank you plenty.
Good morning, House. Good morning, Ambazonians. Good morning, Southern Cameroonians. I want to say that we don't need to beat ourselves on. We must not disagree on everything. Let's look at everything that has been put on the table with a lot of objectivity if we don't have personal interest, as Comrade John Paul has said. If it is about Ambazonia, then Ambazonians have met in Toronto. They have come out with an outline, which is a welcome news. They have come out with a roadmap, which is a welcome news. They have not put up anything yet. Nobody has been named president or vice president or a spokesman, or they have just put out a structure, a skeleton, and asked Ambazonians to review it and see if they have not limited debate on it. They have just called for a secretariat to coordinate the activities of the struggle, which is what many Ambazonians, including Comrade Chris Anu, had put outside there. Even Fontemniba has a similar structure that he put out there for the struggle to be coordinated by a secretariat comprising of all Ambazonians. This is not about any group. It's not about joining any group that we can say we are dividing ourselves. It's about the various groups coming together, putting up that secretariat that will coordinate their activities. And that is what many leaders have put out there already. But they have not, the operation of that council has not been defined. The composition of that council has not been defined yet. So it is left now for Ambazonians to come together and put flesh and meat into this skeleton that has been laid out. These are just resolutions of one conference. And maybe many conferences will be held to formalize the establishment of a secretariat, a common secretariat, a common pocket for the revolution, so that everybody don't be raising 2,000 here, 3,000 and 8,000 here, 10,000 here, and doing just little things, and we raise enough money, but we never have enough money to prosecute this revolution. A lot of resources there, but we are not utilizing it because some of them demands unity for us to tap into. Everybody does his own little diplomacy here, carries his own little diplomacy, and when you are doing it, you will hide it, because if the other group here, they will sabotage it. We are not going to go nowhere with those kind of things. We can achieve little things, some which have wide-reaching implications, like what Comrade Chris just achieved a week ago. They have wide-ranging advantages for all Ambazonians. But a lot of people will not even go to take advantage of it because they feel that it's Comrade Chris' thing. But he has made an appeal for all Ambazonians to take advantage of it, to make use of it. It does not belong to the IG as he declared in his speech. It belongs to all Ambazonians. You want to open an account, you can now open an account in the name of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia using that document. So these are things that have occurred within the week, and we need to blame them, take advantage. Many other conferences will still hold. The consultation committee is doing its own consultation. They will come out with their resolutions. And then we look at what has come from Canada. Look at other proposals that others have put on the table, like what the IG under Comrade Chris had put forward as a collaborative platform. Look at it. Because this Canada has called for a collaborative platform which will be made by a secretariat. Comrade Chris' proposal has also made similar suggestions. A collaborative platform which will be made by a secretariat. How the secretariat will operate, how it will be composed, is what Ambazonians now need to come together. Now we have narrowed a lot of differences. We have narrowed all the differences that were out there. The people can now look at the proposals that are out there, look at the outcome of the consultation committee, and look at the resolutions of Canada, and just and sit down and narrow. Maybe we need one more general conference that will look at these things and work on it. But to just dispel it and throw it away after people, it is what will create groups now. If people think that they can just come out outrightly and reject this, reject what Comrade Chris put on the table, reject what the consultation committee come, then that's when we will still come out with different groups, because consultation will end up with the same request of a platform, a collaborative platform. Comrade Chris has already come out with with one proposal on a collaborative platform. If we reject all of them, then every group will now go and create that's a series of groups, a number of groups that ally with each of them will now go and create their secretariat. This one will go and create their secretariat, and then we'll have about 4 secretariats again. That is where the division will come. The division does not come because people were planning 5 conferences and none of them here, except this one in Canada that pushed forward. And the one of the consultation committee that held in Washington. These are the only 2 out of 5 conferences that were being planned since February. Now, this has come out with resolution. These 2, this consultation has not yet finalized this resolution. When they finalize it, we take the Canadian on, put together, take what Comrade Chris had proposed, and put as a collaborative platform, and put together, take what other Ambazonians are proposing, put together, and then re-examine. We don't need to go through some kind of deliberations. Just re-examine. The Ambazonians have already congregated and deliberated and put forward from this. This come from this. You expected it to come from who? Everybody, all Ambazonians have to speak. Even the federalists have a right to put forth a resolution, which we will sit down and look at it and throw it away. We can't say that, no, don't put. Even the unionists will put out their own resolution. We will look all what Southern Cameroonians have put, throw that which we throw, like what we throw in, like what happened in Canada. We throw all any other thing that said that we should call off, goes down, call off this. We throw them away. So looking at what people have said during conferences or what people have put forward as suggestions does not mean that you have to endorse such suggestions. But just outrightly rejecting what a group of people have sat down and done without looking at them and then giving reasons why you cannot endorse them, why you cannot incorporate them, is not good for Ambazonia. It's not good. Ambazonia is on course. We are all determined to liberate Southern Cameroon, to separate from La Republique, and anything that goes in that line, we have to align it and bring it for examination. But anything that is talking about us being part of La Republique, that's what we can outrightly reject. But that does not mean that the people who stand for that kind of one does not have the right to submit it. Submit it, but we will reject it. At least we of the separatist movement should reject such a move, because that's not anything. That's nothing that Ambazonians did not go out on September 22nd, 1st of October 2017 to endorse something like that. So we are aligning with what Ambazonians called for in 2017. We are aligning with the restoration of our statehood in 2017. And that's how we are moving forward. But to delimit the rights of others to speak, please, let's not do that. That's intolerance, which is not good for a country that we are building. Let people speak their minds and they will reject it. That's all. There is no separatist who will be convinced by a federalist just because the federalist has spoken in a conference or has lent his voice. Otherwise, Munzu would have convinced us with his numerous outings on SCBC and on ABC and on ABS TVs. Otherwise, Asanga would have convinced us with his outing on all these TV stations that I'm talking about. Otherwise, Kadimina Atumi would have convinced us. Otherwise, Agwabala would have convinced us who was the first president of this movement. So please, let us be tolerant. Listen to people. If they want to speak, let them sing their song. And we say, I'm not dancing your song. That's simple. Let them sing their song. You are not forced to get up and dance it. That's the tolerance I'm preaching about. But we are now steps forward with the achievements of Common Chris this week, with the attainment of this conference, and coming out with clear resolutions on which we can now read that conference, define that conference. We can move forward from there, build from there. Other conferences that are built ahead should continue to hold. Come out with your own resolutions. Let's see how we can blend everything together. If we have 5 resolutions, Ambazonians will be congregating to examine those 5 resolutions and not to go out to go and look for other resolutions. Examine it, throw some light, shed more light on areas that need more light, and then come out with something to put out for Ambazonians to endorse. That is it. And I appreciate that. I appreciate people thinking on that line and not thinking of trashing what others have done, and then the people move forward and then they go and do a new thing, and then we come back to the same cycle of creating groups. We just move from groups to other congregations of groups. That's not the way to go. Thank you. Again, fellow brothers and sisters, if our struggle mantra is something to stand by, then we should be able to stand by the achievements of one another and stand by one another when they are falling, to make sure that they are up, and not instead remove sand under people's legs so that they should fall the more. Our mantra says, one for all for one. If this has any validity on our mindset or on our struggle, then the achievement of one person is the achievement for all. The fall of one person is the fall of all. If one group goes out there and slaughter people in the street, it smells on everybody because they will say the separatists did this. If one group raised $1 million and mismanage it, it smells on everybody because they will say all the leaders are embezzling money. Everybody is making money out of the struggle. They will not cite somebody. If one group sells the struggle and start campaigning against our core values, they will say the struggle is falling. Don't you see? Don't you see? They are now calling for this. They are now calling off Ghost Town. They are now calling this. So we should exhort ourselves. The little achievement that we have, that we make from day to day by each group can build up to something. And therefore, we should always celebrate when something good comes out of some group of persons or some individual or an established group, frontline group. While we condemn those bad things that people do that can tarnish the image of the entire revolution, let us also celebrate the things that people do that can help the struggle in one way or the other, and accept them. Accepting them, that does not mean that you cannot see weaknesses. No, there are weaknesses in everything. Nothing is 100% correct. But look at it and strive to add. If you read it at 75%, try to see how you can amend it, make suggestions for amendments that to bring it to 90%. And the next person will look at it and say, okay, it's 90%, but this 10%, this is what we will do to bring it to 95%. Another person looks at it, this is what we will do to bring it to 100%, and that's how we build. Somebody surely came out with our anthem, which we have adopted. It is laying down there. Somebody surely came out with the colors of our flag, which we adopted, and it is lying there. Somebody surely came out with our name, which we adopted, and it is lying down there. And somebody surely came out with this, somebody surely came out with that, somebody surely came out with that. We accepted, adopted, and added. And we should be adding on to that. This revolution has been fragmentalized. It has gone, I've seen it, it is going its own period of trials. But also one good thing that has come is the spirit of unity and reconciliation, unity and collaboration that has engulfed all Ambazonians without an exception. But our problem is, how do we go about these things? That's where we are falling. And so if people have summoned the courage, like what is happening in this house called the Ambazonian National Reconciliation, to put up something like this, let us come together, support it, and see how we can build on it. If people have met in Canada to come out with a way forward, let us take it as one of the way forward and put it on the table. If people have struggled all these since May to consult Ambazonians on what they think is a way forward, let us embrace the outcome, take it and put it on the table. And when we have 5 outcomes, we now go and examine all the 5 outcomes and say, okay, are Ambazonians loving themselves now? Are they united? Are they in a state where they can collaborate now? And then we take the structures that have been proposed for collaboration and put down. What model is better? A blend of A and a blend of a little bit of C and a little bit of D, a little bit of B. Where each one is strong, we bring it up. Where each one is weak, we look at it and bring it up. And then we bring a blend of what will become the work of all Ambazonians. And it will be accepted, and throw it out there, it will be accepted by at least 80% of Ambazonians. And we'll move forward with it as we were in 2018. When we met in the conclaves in 2017, not everybody accepted. It was not 90% accepted. We saw some people left Skakov and created their act, which means there was already factionalization since then. So its factionalization is not coming today. We look at the SCNC, how it was factionalized. Go and look at everyone in Fumban. They went to Fumban in factions. So this factionalization has always been. But common things have also been done in common and achieved. So we can still move forward. Even the Banjul case, which we all count ourselves, there's another faction that went up there to withdraw the case. And I see another faction of Southern Cameroonians that went up to withdraw the case. But it was done, and we are adding it into our achievements. So that's the way to go, the spirit of reconciliation, unity, and collaboration. If we miss any of these steps, we are going nowhere. If you don't reconcile, there will be the absence of trust, since we have we have been so antagonized and factionalized. If we don't throw away antagonistic tendencies through reconciliation, we are not heading anywhere. We will create anything, it will collapse them. But if we throw away this and then we go and look at the background of other platforms that have collapsed and look at the reason what caused them to collapse and amend them in the present suggestions that people are putting forward, then we will go far. And if you as an individual is not satisfied with what the groups have put forward, and you have one of the best, please put it in pen and put it in a form of a resolution like this, where in a readable form that people can read and send it out there for people to look at it. Toronto is still open. People can still send out, can look at these documents and make suggestions, make their critiques of it, make their proposals on what should have been. And implementation first will come when people will look at it. Because Canada has come out doesn't mean that it's the same people that went to Canada that has to implement it. No, all Ambazonians are called upon to implement it. Do we need a conference, another conference together to examine all these proposals that are already floating out there? Yes, definitely. Who should convene that? Who will do it? Congregate yourself. Those conveners of Canada, consultation committee, reconciliation committee, unity platform, bring yourselves together now in a conference and look at all these suggestions. God bless you. Thank you. I end here.
Greetings, fellow Ambazonians. This one, Reverend Asong. I just want to remind everybody, say, our second National Reconciliation Conference, where it be supposed to take place on the 30th of September, will be postponed because of too many meetings where will take place on that same day, organized by Ambazonians. So we'll be postponed that meeting for October the 15th, when a Sunday, this Sunday where they come tomorrow, for 7 p.m. Amber time. Ambazonians, we must come together for do the right thing. All these small group we run up and down the dorm will not ever succeed if we never look our brothers and sisters for face, acknowledge, say we don't make them vex, apologize for each other, heal the wounds for each other, so that if we push this struggle forward. We don't need anybody for can tell Ambazonians what the thing where they get for do. We self, we know what we supposed for do. We know why we be divided. We know why things they did the way they did. So more not the pretend, more not the mark time, more come out on Sunday, October 15 for 7 p.m. Amber time, so that we fit find the way forward by reconciling with each other. We must reconcile before we heal wounds. We must reconcile before people feel trust each other. Because if we never reconcile, acknowledge the fact, say, you don't talk until where your brother vex, your sister vex, you make it come up for this struggle, you're outing on social media or your audio, or you don't do for group where you don't write something where you make some person exit or leave the group because of frustration. If we not acknowledge the fact, say we don't hurt each other for this struggle, then we will continue for the wind time over and over for no good reason. So no need for the pretend, the go around the world for nothing. Make we come back together, reconcile, acknowledge, say you don't hurt somebody, ask for apology, so that if we push the way forward, so that trust we come back for this revolution. There is no trust for this revolution anymore. Nobody no trust anybody anymore. But once we come acknowledge, say we don't hurt each other, we'll be sorry. People, their wounds will be healed. The anger way there for people them, it will be subside. So we must continue for do this reconciliation until we see say people they don't really be comfortable for meet face to face, so laugh with no hidden agenda for their heart, with no vexation for their heart. Now only we fit do them. Only Ambazonians fit fix their problems. Because if outsider can't talk for now, no matter how that outsider can talk, if you never heal your heart for say you go forgive, trust, the outsider will just can't waste his time, preach, give language, give presentation, go. The next thing I say after the conference, people will go start do backbiting, backstabbing, gossip, conspiracy theory. At the end of the day, we'll go back to square zero. So more not you go around the world, we will know the needful. So more could come back together, do this reconciliation. We must reconcile. That's just a fact. There's a lot of anger in people, a lot. Everybody is so angry. Everybody is so frustrated with the whole thing. We must heal ourselves in order to push this revolution forward. It's a must for all Ambazonians. There is no exception. No exception on this. No exception. Thank you guys very much. God bless you. I see you all on Sunday by the grace at 7 p.m. Amber time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern time and 8 p.m. Central time. Thank you. God bless you.
Ambazonians, on a good evening. Now, Master, you will be this. If you call me Jose, if you call me Jose, if you call me Joseph, but I like to call myself Master you. I come in for make this audio now because of which way Uncle B he talked this afternoon. I make an audio because he really say Uncle B they understand only audios. We don't talk many times inside this forum. Say leadership. That thing we call leaders and groups. Now then they spoil this revolution. This was struggle. I'm not calling it revolution, it's a struggle. You see, all we were there, or almost all of us were there, who belong to groups. I'll start with myself. I belong to the Marianta IG. Uncle B belonged to Chris Anu IG. You know, people in there they belong to various groups. One in there with Saku, someone in there with Che Ayawa, someone in there with Akwanga, someone in there did not get any groups. But so long as we were there inside this forum, forget a very good result. Make we be independent. Our mind, we could come with an independent mind. Because if we carry that group thing and leader things and bring it inside this group, it's like a bondage. The way on you will not feel reason, flexible. You not be flexible for reason. It's the only thing that about your group, your leader, and that's what is killing Uncle B. Any utterances we make up for this very forum is the only going to Chris Anu. And that is wrong. You will never see the light of the day. You know, you the talk say make they go first reconcile the leaders. Yeah, if the bottom they reconcile, it not go bring anything. Oh.
For those who think that this is a holy war and they are complaining that the way they were killed, is the way they were killed worse than the way our prisoners of war are being treated in the dungeons of La Republic of Cameroon. The way they were killed is worse than the way Bebe Ndiaye was shot dead. A child, 5-year-old, was shot dead in a taxi in his head. Is it worse than that? The way they were killed, is it worse than the way Bebe Mata was killed? Shot 7 times in bed. Are you people serious? Are you people serious? What can be worse than that? The way they were killed, is it worse than those who've been burned alive in their homes? Are you serious? The way they were killed? We need to be serious, man. We need to be serious with some of the things we say. If you are black leg, you are black leg. And like she said, like this sister said, if there was a punishment that was worse than the punishment that we meted on those people, then that punishment should have been carried out. The only thing I might be asking is whether they are actually black leg or not. Provided they are black leg and have been given information for our fighters to be killed or for anybody to be killed, especially that one who went and was running his mouth on TV because he wanted to get some sort of popularity or whatever he was seeking to get from the platform that he was sitting on. That particular person deserved a treatment worse than that. And you people keep on talking the day he was killed. Even in America, the supposed most civilized country, are people not injected lethal injection in public on camera? Come on, man, wanna spare me that one nonsense. That's rubbish. Now, BBC where they do transporter don't top bike. That people they run over it. They run over it. They display fee marshal ayinke for street for Kumba. I say, una serious? Massa, una leave down a nonsense. Beg.